What is the greatest title in professional wrestling history? This is a question I've been asking myself ever since I made my every WWE championship in history tier list, and it really truly got me thinking. We ranked them, but what if we just let them fight it out to really decide who's the best? This ain't no tier list, this is a tournament. 128 titles with one winner. We're going all across the world with WWE, NXT, AEW, WCW, ECW, Ring of Honor, TNA, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and NWA. We got each side of the bracket with rounds of 64 leading up to one big old winner. Who is the best out of the 9 promotions? One winner, 128 titles. Here we go. So here we go with the very first matchup. We have the NXT Women's Champion, the current one, versus the NWA Brass Knuckles Championship. I don't even know if this is real. This is a horrible looking title. NXT title has this one in the bag. Next, we have the $1 Million Championship versus the ECW Maryland Championship. This is a title that existed before ECW became what it was, when it was just a regular promotion, before it really went extreme. And I'm going to be really honest with you, I do kind of like it. I'm not a huge fan of the $1 Million Championship. It was cool for Ted DiBiase. If I had to pick a title I wanted to wear or use, I'm going to go with this one. I'm sorry. We have the United States Spinner Championship versus the Intercontinental Championship from like the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era. And I'm about to piss some people off. I know some people love this championship. I was never that big of a fan of it. It's a custom title and it spins. Great on John Cena. As a generational championship, this is just an unfair matchup. I'm sorry, Spinner Belt, but you're getting the boot. Next, we have the AEW Championship versus the Global IWGP Championship from New Japan Pro Wrestling. One thing I will say about AEW, I'm not an AEW hater. I actually really support them. I hope they do great. I can't keep up with all the wrestling. It's hard to even watch Raw and SmackDown and then the PLEs consistently. So to add AEW into it, I do like follow it and kind of know what's going on, but I'm not consistent with it. But one thing I will absolutely praise, these dudes can make a freaking championship look beautiful. The AEW championship is gorgeous. I'm picking this one. They have phenomenal championships. Next is the WCW championship versus the Ring of Honor world title. I don't think this is close, and I'm going to be really honest with you. Ring of Honor, mad respect, very great promotion. Their titles are very lackluster. They do stand out because if I saw one, I would know exactly what it is, which I guess is good for branding, but overall, their championships are not great. So this was a fucking landslide. That was easy. This is also going to be a landslide, but not for nothing. The North American Championship for the women's division in NXT is gorgeous. Ring of Honor getting the boot. Next, we have the WCW Women's Championship versus the Silver Tag Team Championship from the Raw show. What the fuck? I just blanked out right there. I'm going to pick the Women's Championship belt. I think the tag team titles are kind of hideous. I don't mind the silver and red. I'm just going to go with it. I'm sure it's not going to last that much longer. And this is just a battle of ugly. This is the FTW World Heavyweight Championship. I believe this was for ECW. I'm pretty sure. I forgot some of these, like where I got them from. And this is the TBS Championship for AEW. This is like the women's mid-card title. I'm going to take the TBS Championship. It's not a beauty, but, you know, I'll take it. Next, we have the Divas Championship versus the 10 pounds of gold, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. I actually don't mind the Divas Championship, and I'm sure this render really helps, but you can't go wrong with the NWA Championship. Next, we have the Winged Eagle versus the AEW World Tag Team Champions. This is not close, but honestly, though, the tag team titles for them, not a bad look. I actually do kind of like them. And this is just a battle of shit. We have the Bronze WWE Tag Team Championship versus the Women's Speed Championship. And I have preached before that the Bronze Tag Team Championships are some of the ugliest belts in history to me. I hate them. I think they're ugly. But the Speed Championship is absolute dog shit. It's so ugly. It's very fitting, but ugly. I cannot believe that the Bronze Tag Team titles made it to the second round. I'm shocked. Next, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship versus the NWA Junior World Championship. This title is weird. I'm sure the render doesn't help. This is probably going to be biased. I'm going to pick the SmackDown Women's Championship because, for what it's worth, I like the blue with the white. I do. I'm sure the render's not helping, but I'm picking the SmackDown Championship. And this was a title I forgot in my tier list ranking, which I'm really upset about because I did like the European Championship, but we also have the United States Women's Championship. I love the United States Championship design right now. I think it's beautiful. And with the white strap too, I really like it. I think I prefer the black strap, but I'm still going to take the Women's Championship here. Next, we have the WWE Light Heavyweight Championship versus the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championship, which is just the Women's Tag Team Championship. Granted, I think this is a weird angle of the championship belt. I actually like TNA's championship belts. I think overall they look pretty good. They're very similar, but they're good. So I can't hate on it. And I'm going to take it over the pretty plain light heavyweight championship. I like the shape of it, but it's just a gold plate. There's not intricate designs on it. So I'm going to take the TNA Tag Team Championships here. Next is the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships versus the former, I'm not familiar with WCW like that. I don't remember when this championship was around, but it's the World Heavyweight Championship for WCW before, I guess, the big gold belt, which someone will give me a history lesson, which I appreciate. I'm going to take the WCW World Heavyweight Championship here. And next we have ugly versus uglier. I think it's not even that they're ugly. I actually don't think these are that bad. I'm going to take the Women's TV Championship versus the 6-man one simply because I kind of like the shape better. I like the little pillars it kind of has, kind of similar to AEW. We're going to go with this. Next is the Smoking Skull belt versus the NWA National Championship from the 1980s. Classic, iconic. Taking the Smoking Skull here. Next, we have the current Women's World Championship versus the NWA TV Championship. This is an interesting design because it looks like kind of how it was back in the 80s. I'm pretty sure that's just when it was. I think the World Heavyweight Championship and the World Championship for the women's division looks really nice, and I like the white strap. Next, I don't like either of these. The Strong Tag Team Championship from New Japan with the blue, with more blue. I don't like that at all. So next is the IWPG International Championship versus the Junior Heavyweight Championship. This might be because of the renders that I have, but I like the white strap better than the black strap with the silver. I'm going to take this one, but they're kind of similar. So this is an easy one for me. I don't know about you guys, but we have the Cruiserweight Championship versus the Ruthless Aggression Era WWE Tag Team Champions, and this is one of my favorite belts in the tag team championships. People were upset where I put the Cruiserweight Championship. I like the design. I like that it has multiple plates on each side. There was just something I feel like it didn't stand out in the Ruthless Aggression Era, but that's just me. I love these championships though. I like the shape of it. I like the design. I like the guys fighting on the side. I used to own the little toy belt of this. I loved it with the red. I loved it. This is the easiest landslide in the history of ranking and fighting against titles. You have the NWA Mid-America Championship. It's just a gold plate, ugly shit, dog shit, versus one of my favorite titles in human history. Not even a question. Ooh, I actually like this one. This is the WWE Tag Team Championships, the current ones, versus the TNA World Championship, who is currently held by WWE superstar Trick Williams, which is wild to even think about. While I do like the tag title, I really do enjoy the TNA World Championship. It's big, it's bulky, it's a cool shape. It kind of shapes with the plates themselves. It's not just a straight black strap across. I don't know. I feel like it adds just a little bit of character. I do like it. I like the gold with the red and the black. Very nice. Next is the NXT Championship currently versus the very, very new AEW Unified International and Continental Championship. This is brand new. Interesting shape. It's funny because it's a unified title. They chose like the wrong shape. I feel like it should have just been a little bit different. I don't like how it's like oval long ways, but then there's like a big black strap on the side, but I still think it's better than the NXT Championship. I don't really like that design at all. Straight up old versus new. This is the current Intercontinental title versus one of the classic Intercontinental titles of way back when, back in the 90s. I don't even think this is a no-brainer. This isn't even the white strap, which we also still have to go. So I'm going to take the original iconic Intercontinental title. I love the 4 plates on each side. I love multiple side plates. I love it. I think it's fucking awesome. And just the shape of this one is just... it's awesome. I love it. One of my favorites. This could go either way. I could understand if you pick AEW. I could understand if you pick WWE on this one. This isn't just because I'm biased. I do like these titles, honestly. I really do. I really enjoy the way this title looks with the gold plates with the white. It's a white strap. It's really hard for me to go against white straps, but I do like it. The only thing, which is a big complaint from a lot of people, which I do agree with, is the black gems on the W's on the WWE logo. Definitely hurts, but I do like this title, and I love the shape of this. I just wish there was more intricate designs, kind of like how it is for the tag team title right here. More of that in here, but I'm going to pick the WWE Championship. Say what you want. Next is the ECW TV Championship versus the old school WWE Championship. I don't really like either of them, if I'm going to be honest with you. I do like the side plates on this, but the shape of it is a bit weird. I feel like there's not a lot going on, but this isn't a real render of it, so I don't know if the design is kind of hurting right now. But I'm going to probably lean towards the WWE Championship because it's a little more simple. They're not going to last that long. Next, I forgot which title this is. As you can see, I didn't rename the championships, so just bear with me. I'm trying to make this damn video. So we have some New Japan, I guess, World Championship belt versus the WCW World Tag Team Championships. I don't like this one at all. I think this is ugly. I'm going to go with the Tag Team Championships here. Might be the easiest no-brainer of all time. The World Heavyweight Championship versus the Universal Championship, the blue strap. No brainer. Next, we have the NXT Women's Championship, the original one, which I actually think is an interesting design, versus the current TNA Knockouts Championship, which is just basically the TNA Women's World Champion. First of all, white strap, TNA belt, which is going to get some pretty good praise from me. I actually really like when they have elongated plates. It has the long plate with the matching long plate on the sides. I really like that. I don't think this is a pretty hard one to choose from. I forgot what era of NXT this is. I forgot what it's called. Next, we have the NXT Women's Championship, the colored version, versus the classic WWE United States Championship. I don't think this one's hard either. I like this championship belt. I almost think there's a little too much of like the United States on it, like not enough gold. But I guess with the sides, I don't know if this is accurate, but the Liberty Bell, but the Statue of Liberty on the sides was something I didn't even notice, which makes it even better. Next, we have the ECW World Heavyweight Championship versus the WCW Hardcore Championship. This is a pretty easy one. This is a terrible picture. I understand that, but it's not going to really make much of a difference. And now we go to the second round. I'm going to stick with the tag team title here because I think it just looks better. And like I said, this is one of my favorite belts ever. But bias aside, I do think it looks better than this one. It could be the colors, it could be the lighting, but picking this one. And for this one, the TBS and TNT championships from AEW are honestly not the best. I'm going to lean with the MCW Heavyweight Championship here. I'm just going to go for it. This one should be tough, but it's really not going to be because I still think the United Kingdom Championship is just so freaking beautiful. It sucks that the United States one has to get the boot so early, but we're picking UK over United States. That has to be on some type of FBI watch list, and they're probably at my door right now. They're on the way. They're taking me out. They're sending me to the Queen. I'm going to jail.
Right away, jail. You right to jail.
This one's a pretty easy one. The AEW Championship is 100% better than the old school women's WCW belt. This is a tougher one than it should be, but I'm probably going to lean with the WCW World Championship because of the designs of it. And I do like the shape of it. And when you see it with somebody wearing it, it's a good looking title. And because it has like designs and love and all that stuff, we're just going to go with this one. Then we have the Ring of Honor Women's Television Championship versus the Attitude Era Intercontinental title. Again, I'm going to take the IC title here. One of my favorite belts. It's not the greatest looking, but it's one of my favorites because it's one that I grew up with, and another one of the belts that I owned as a kid. I love it. New Japan title versus the WCW tag team title. I like these better. I'm going to go with the tag team titles here. Next is the old school WWE Championship versus the TNA Women's Knockouts Championship, and I don't think this is even close. TNA's got some belts, man. I'll give them that. I will 100% give them that. Next is the AEW Championship versus the ECW Heavyweight Championship. This is main title versus main title. This is like face of company versus face of company, and we're getting it in the round of 32. Give me AEW. That title is gorgeous. It really is. Whether you're a hater or not, it's just simple. It's what it is. Next is the Winged Eagle versus the Women's World Championship. This is a no-brainer. It's the Winged Eagle. Like one of the most classic belts ever. You can't beat the classics. This one hurts my soul because I really wanted the NXT Women's North American Championship to go much farther. It met the immovable object. It really did. Like, this is going to be tough to beat. This is one of the best looking titles ever. Same thing here. The SmackDown Women's Championship, while I do like it, I really do, honestly, Smoking Skull is a better looking title. I don't care if it's a custom title. It's a cool looking belt. It really is. I like it. This is a no-brainer. Like, not even close. Don't even get out of my face with that bullshit. This should be a tough one, but because the TNA World title is gold, you can't go wrong with the gold. You got to go with gold at all times. I don't mind silver sometimes because sometimes it does work, but not here. This is another no-brainer. The NWA World Championship is beautiful. I love like all the countries on it. I think it's beautiful. It's really cool. And then this is just dog shit. One of the ugliest titles ever. Not hard at all. Ooh. I mean, I do like both. I love both of these titles. I think they're great. Like I said before, I think there's just a little bit too much white on the Women's United States Championship. If there was a little bit more blue, like maybe blue behind here or something like that, instead of just on the championship, I would like it a lot more, but come on. We're in round 3. This one for me is going to be pretty easy. Smoking Skull had its run, but I'm taking the TNA World Championship. I just am. I just like the design. I think it's a legit cool design and awesome. So it really sucks. These are two iconic belts. NWA World Championship is great. I love the way it looks. It's so hard to even say no to this. It really is. The last couple rounds are going to suck. And here we go. The Winged Eagle Championship versus the AEW Heavyweight Championship. This might be a hot take. I might get a lot of slack for this, but I'm going to lean with the AEW Championship. Now, hear me out. Just hear me out. The Winged Eagle is a classic belt. To me, it's not my favorite WWE championship, so that's part of the reason why. On the other hand, I think the AEW championship is beautiful. I love the way it looks. I like the shape of it with the design. Like, they really put a lot of effort into it, and I'm not a huge fan of, like, the big logo in the middle, but I feel like AEW does a great job at making it fit and work. And with the side plates mimicking the shape of it, really interesting, Really cool. It's a big title, and I feel like that has something to do with it too. The title's big. I like the way that looks versus the Winged Eagle, which was kind of a smaller belt. While iconic, I'm going to take AEW for this one. That might be the one where people actually get pissed off. We're going to make things right here. Don't worry. Because I'm going to lean with the Intercontinental Championship versus this one because of the shape. It's too oval in the middle to have really circular side plates for me. So I'm going to take the Ruthless Aggression Era Championship over that one, which is shocking. WCW had its run. I'm still going to take the WWE Tag Team Championships here. That's a good belt. Same thing here. The Cinderella run of the MCW Heavyweight Championship is over. You met the World Stopper. Oh, boy. Oh, no. What do we do here? This is going to put a lot of consideration thinking ahead. Because while I think the UK title is one of the best looking titles ever, I love the WCW Championship, but I think I love the World Heavyweight Championship more. I think there's more design on. It's like so weird because I feel like depending on who held the WCW Championship, it looked different. Like, I'm convinced there was multiple versions of this in WCW, but also in WWE as well. So I'm imagining if I had to pick between the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and the WCW one. And based on these pictures, just saying, I think I'm going to go with the World Heavyweight Championship versus the WCW. So I'm going to give the WCW one the boot for later, I guess. But that also might be spoiling. I'm going to take the UK Championship here. I think that's a tough one. This one, not so much. This is like the old school WCW tag titles. So to go against the Knockouts World Championship, no brainer. Now we're going to get into a difficult round of 8. This is going to be tough because now I have to really rip my heart and my soul apart. So right now, WWE World Tag Team Champions versus TNA Knockout Champion. This is going to hurt my soul. I'm going to take the Knockout. I'm sorry. You're a tag team title. You had your run. You got knocked out. Pun intended. This should be tougher than it is. My heart is just so locked into the UK Championship, but TNA had a great run. It's a fantastic championship. I'm going to take the UK Women's Championship here. This is a no-brainer. As far as this one got, it had a good run, but it just got dominated. Like, it really did. Oh, no. Okay. I praise the AEW Championship enough. There's no way in hell you could convince me that it's better than the World Heavyweight Championship. While an amazing title. Like, legit, one of the best looking titles ever. If it's a different matchup, if the bracket was different, if they organized this differently, AEW would 1,000% would make it to the final round. 1,000% good, but it's not. It's not better than the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm sorry, it's just not. So right now we have the UK Women's Championship versus the Classic Intercontinental Championship. I'm going to make an excuse right now. Because I know that the white strap is around the corner for the IC title. I'm going to take the UK one. I just am. I'm sorry. And again, TNA Knockouts Championship had a beautiful run. WWE World Heavyweight Championship is the way to go. And just like the UK title had a fantastic run, we're going World Heavyweight. We just are. So right now, as it sits, the World Heavyweight Championship is the winner on this side of the bracket. And we have a whole other bracket to go. And now we're on to the other side of the bracket with another round of 64. We have the NWA World Tag Team Champion versus the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. Weird, but, you know, I've already said enough. Ring of Honor has some interesting titles. And this is a pretty cool design. NWA has, like, shorter and, like, longer championships. This is a cool design. Legit. It's a freaking flying eagle with something else on it with multiple side plates. Pretty damn cool. We're going to go with it. Next is the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Championship versus the 24/7 Championship. This is like a pig rolling in shit. Like, I think they're both pretty ugly. I'm going to pick the Strong, though, because the 24/7 Championship, I threw this in there just to shit on it. I hate this championship so much. Next, we have the Attitude Era Women's Championship versus the World Tag Team Champions from, you know, the 90s and the Attitude Era and all that shit. And it actually sucks that the Women's Championship has to get knocked out this early because I love this title so much. This is one of... the World Tag Team Championship is so beautiful. It just is. Next is the NWA National Championship versus the IWPG Women's Championship belt. And this is just two very unique looking titles. I will give them that. With New Japan, their titles fascinate me because they're usually the center plate is so big and then the side straps are so tiny that sometimes it looks weird and I don't really like it. But this is an interesting one because it's almost a callback to one of the first ever WWF championships. So I don't know if it's a callback or not, but I'm just saying, like, that's what it reminds me of because that's literally what it is. I think the women's championship looks just a little too weird for me, and I don't like the stars on the sides. While this is a very unique shape and an interesting belt choice, it kind of works. So I'm going to take the the NWA National Championship here. Next, we have the NWA North American Championship versus the TNA World Tag Team titles. And this might hurt because of the render, but I'm going to try to ignore it. I think I prefer the NWA title versus the TNA Championship because the tag titles are like identical, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to take the NWA one because I'm trying to ignore the horrible render that I have. But next we have the IWGP Tag Team Championship versus the Cruiserweight Tag Team Championships, which I forgot where they're from. I'm 99% sure it's from New Japan, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember where I got this title from. If you know, then congratulations. You know way more ball than I do. I'm going to take the tag team titles here. That title is pretty freaking ugly, considering. Next is the Raw Universal Championship versus the current Women's Intercontinental title. I think this is a beautiful title. It's very, very similar to the White Strap iconic belt. So I love this belt. I think it's actually fantastic. It's a very good belt. Next is the Ring of Honor Television Championship versus the TNA X Division Championship. Interesting color here with the orange for the TNA belt. This shape is a little odd, but it's very lucky that it's going up against the Ring of Honor titles because I don't think the Ring of Honor's ones have much of a chance. But I don't mind the shape of the Ring of Honor one. It's very similar to the TNA one. What really makes me question it is it's an oval shape, but then it's outlined by a square, which I just think is odd. But I'm going to still go with it because it's good enough. Next is the WCW Six-Man Tag Team Championships, which I didn't even know existed. One of the most iconic belts of all time. Like, it's not even close to how great this championship is. I love this centerpiece. I love the big square with the squares behind it. I don't know why. The shaping is just so interesting and very unique. Even though the plate is like pretty simple, I don't know what it is about this belt. It's beautiful. It's going to be tough to beat. Next is the NWA Women's TV Championship versus the current AEW TNT Championship, which I think the TNT title is pretty ugly considering like AEW has some great belts, but some not so great ones too. So I'm going to still take it though because it just got lucky. I don't like the shape of this one. I don't like when the shapes are like absurdly different from the strap itself. I'm going to take the TNA one. I don't love it, but it got lucky. Next is the 1986 WWF Championship worn by Hulk Hogan. This is a weird picture of it. It was mostly silver versus the current World Heavyweight Championship. This title was very small, and that's like my whole reasoning behind me picking the World Heavyweight Championship here. I actually don't mind this title at all. I actually think it's pretty decent looking, and I like it, so it's what it is. The TNA International Championship should be here. I don't know why it's not there. I'll put a picture there to like cover it, but it's currently blank. I don't know why. Oh, there it goes. Cool. So it's there. I think it's weird because it's blue, but like in a way, the way my brain is working is like international. So it's like the world. The strap is almost like water. And then like the plates are like land. I don't know. Does that make sense? Versus the undisputed WWE Championship. Do I want to boot it this early? What's really throwing me off is this blue strap. I don't really like the blue strap because it's like a lighter blue too. It's not even a dark blue. If this went against mostly anything else, I probably would pick it. It's really, I'm going to go with the WWE Championship, but against anybody else, the TNA International Championship probably would have worked. You know what? No, this is a better looking belt than the WWE Championship. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to be bold here. I'm going to take the TNA International Championship. I just am. I changed my mind. I was going to be biased, and I didn't. So if you could please like the video, give me a round of applause because I didn't choose bias. Thank you. I appreciate your standing up. All right, calm down. You don't have to clap that long. Next is the ECW Tag Team Championship versus the WCW United States Championship. This is a very interesting championship. It's like a cage with more cages on the side. Very weird looking versus a very simple but very nice looking United States Championship. I like this with the little American flag on it, mostly gold. I like it. Next is the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship versus the Attitude Era WWF Championship. I've said it before. I'm saying it right now. Is that New Japan has titles that have a center plate that is way bigger than the strap itself. And then the straps on the side are a lot smaller. And to me, that looks weird. But that's just because of what I'm used to. So somebody else could have a different opinion, which is totally fine. I'm not letting the Attitude Era belt lose that early because I do think it's a better looking title. I love that belt. I really do. This is an interesting one. We have the NXT Original Championship versus the updated ECW Championship, which I hate the ECW Championship. I don't love the NXT one. So I'm going to go with the NXT one because I just don't like the giant X with the really, really thick black strap across with just the side plates being exactly the same. I don't like that, but this soulless belt that is the new updated ECW Championship is just a slap in the face to what ECW was. You've seen some of the ECW championships. This belt is not what ECW stands for. It just doesn't I'm going to go with the NXT one. Next is the NXT North American Championship versus the NWA United States Tag Team Champions. That's a word mouthful. Very interesting. You could tell this belt's super old. I think it was like from the 80s maybe. The North American Championship is a very interesting belt because it's like, it's so ugly that it looks good. It's like the car crash where you can't look away. It's not that ugly. With the brown strap, it's weird, but it works. And I kind of like it. I like the women's one better. Pretty good title. This one I just threw in just because I kind of ran out of ideas for the titles. I threw in the NXT Heritage Cup versus the new World Tag Team Champions, which a lot of people don't like this belt. I actually think this belt's overhated, if I'm being really honest with you. I'll take it over the previous tag team titles. They're trying. I don't like that it's super circular with the square side plates. I feel like maybe if it was like circular side plates and multiple side plates on each side, it might work a little bit better. But like there's design in it. And you know what? I think what really hurts this belt is the color red on it. I think the red makes the gold look weird. So I feel like if they updated that just a little bit, this belt wouldn't be as disliked as it is, which I thought people actually like this belt because I do. I think this belt's overhated. So I'm going to still take the belt because we're ranking titles, not trophies. So kind of just threw that in there. Next is the NXT Colored Championship versus the ECW World Junior Heavyweight Championship. I could not find a freaking render for this at all, but of course I get just the layout of it, so I'm just going to imagine it's on a black strap, but not seeing it in a actual like title version kind of definitely hurts this. I kind of like it better than the NXT title, if I'm being honest with you. It's interesting colors, and I think it works. I'm going to go with the ECW Junior Heavyweight Championship. Next, we have the WWE, I think it was. I forgot. I always get them mixed up. This is either the World Tag Team Champions or the WWE Tag Team Championships from the Ruthless Aggression era versus the AEW International Championship. And I've praised AEW before. I love their titles. This is one of the titles that I really do love. This title should have lasted much longer. It should have gotten out of the first round, but it just didn't because we're going with the AEW International title. I really like these square designs they have. I just feel like they work, and I think they do a good job with it, and I think it's very interesting and unique, and it's pretty cool. The belts are beautiful. And with that notion is the AEW Women's World Championship. I think this belt is fucking fantastic. There is no other way around it. This belt is beautiful. I think this is better than the AEW Championship. This title is fantastic. With the black water, it all works very well. This looks like a freaking gorgeous title. I don't know. This title leaves me speechless how good this title is. It is really cool. And I like this title way better than the AEW Championship, like the men's one. I love the shape of it. I love the side plates. I think it all fits very well with the design, with the black and gold. It's a really nice title. I don't even care about this title. This title sucks compared to this title. This title is fantastic. An awesome title. Next is the Men's Speed Championship versus the original first debuting Big W belt with the Rock's logo on it. The Speed Championship is awful, so that's an easy one. But like, weirdly enough, I feel like them updating the logo really helped because with the scratch logo, it doesn't look as good. Not that the Big W belts look great, but with the scratch logo, I feel like it hurts a little bit. Like, it's a little bit worse. Next, we have the NWA Women's Tag Team Championships. I think these are very old. I don't think this is, like, a newer title. Versus the original, like, classic Hulk Hogan belt. I could not find a good render for it. I'm sorry. I just know what it looks like, and you do too. We all know it. So, I'm going to pick the Hulk Hogan title because, to my understanding, this title doesn't have side plates at all, which is crazy. So, to have no side plates versus having 4 side plates on each side, 8 plates in total, is just a very funny and coincidental matchup. This is one that hurts my soul that I have to do this early, is that I think the United States Championship looks fantastic. I think it looks way better now than it did back then. That's just my opinion. I think this is a good title. I really do like the Raw Women's Championship with the red, with the white, with the silver, like gems on the freaking title. I think it's a beautiful belt, but I can't let it beat the United States Championship. That sucks. Any other place, this title might go ahead. So we're going to go with the United States Championship. Do I even have to argue anything right now? You have the Ring of Honor Women's Championship, which actually is pretty cool and unique and different, versus a masterpiece of a title. The UK Championship is phenomenal, and I'm just going to keep glazing it. It's not even close. Come on. Next is the AEW Continental title versus the Hardcore Championship, and I don't love this title versus the other titles from AEW. I think it's better than the TBS and TNT championships. Compared to the other ones, it's like square with like, you know, side plates. Like it works. It's fine. There's just better ones in AEW, but I'm not going to pick it over the train wreck that is the Hardcore Championship. While iconic and like cool looking, I'm not going to do that. Next is another New Japan Strong Belt, I guess openweight championship belt versus the NWA World Women's Championship, I believe. I don't know if this is a real title. if I'm being really honest with you. It just came up when I was looking through everything. If this is the color and like with the red gemstones on it and the silver, pretty cool. Next is the Never Openweight Championship versus I think this is WCW. I don't know. I really wish I put the names of these. There's a lot of empty space in some of this design. So I'm going to take the Never Open Championship simply for design purposes. This is hilarious. This bracket is way funnier than the last one. We have the NXT Cruiserweight Championship versus the 205 Live Cruiserweight Championship. Really, do you like black or do you like purple? Me personally, I'm going with black with purple accents over a purple championship. That's just my preference. This is a matchup. This is a hell of a matchup to start off a freaking bracket. You have the NXT Gold Championship versus the IWGP United Kingdom Championship. Like I said, New Japan has some very interesting looking titles. I don't know if it's New Japan, however you want to put it. They have really big center plates and smaller side plates. With that being said, this is one of the few exceptions where I'm like, damn, this is a gorgeous looking title. This title is beautiful, and I love the little plate in the middle. And then somebody won it that was American, I believe, and they had like the American flag in the middle, and it was the United States Championship. Really cool. Sucks I have to boot the NXT title, but I'm picking that one 100%. Oh, yes! This is... Yo, I didn't plan this. This is random. I didn't do anything with this. You have the Spinner WWE Championship, which replaced the original Undisputed WWE Championship, one of my favorite titles ever. And I love that I get to do this in the very first round. I've said it before. I'll say it a million times. The title is fine for John Cena. This is a custom title that fit John Cena absolutely 100,000,000% perfectly. I like the shape of the title. When Cena would hold it up, it was very square. It fit him so nicely. It spun. He was like if Eminem met G-Unit. Like that was perfect for him. But the fact that they replaced this title with the Undisputed Championship makes me so upset to this day, because this title should have lasted so much longer than it did. It's a beautiful design. It's almost rare and never talked about, which is another thing that I think is freaking crazy, because it was the combination of the WWF Championship and the WCW Championship put together. And this is what they came up with. And I think it's gorgeous. Eagle on it that shapes the entire thing. The little circular, designs here. I love the side plates. I love how big it was. It was a big title. So I get to boot this freaking title early, which makes me just so happy because it looked great on John Cena. It did. And it looked good on The Miz and CM Punk. Everybody else, to me, it just looked wrong. So say goodbye to the Spinner belt in the first round. That is awesome. I love it. Next, we have the Never Openweight Championship. I guess maybe trios or something like that versus the NXT Tag Team Championships. Both of these are bland. We just went from the biggest matchup in the first round to who cares? So whatever. This is another one of ugly versus ugly. It's just who's uglier. Honestly, I'm going to stick with the silver here. I think the women's tag team championships are pretty ugly. I don't like it very much. This is another one, no brainer. The AEW International Championship is way better than the IWGP Tag Team Championships. That's easy. This one, I'm going to lean with the United States Championship because I think there's just better looking titles for AEW. I'm not a fan of the shape of this one versus this one, and I just love the United States Championship. This is an easy one. Not even close. That's no brainer. Another easy one for me. I'm taking the North American versus the original NXT Championship. Versus the original WWE Championship. And same thing here. TNA International Championship. Taking this one. This is actually, we're moving pretty easily now. This is also ugly versus ugly. I'm going to take the NXT ones here. I'm just going to try to fly through these a little bit. This might be the biggest landslide in the history of history. Not even close. Another one. Not even close. I don't even have to explain why. We have the NXT Original Championship versus the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. I'm going to go with the NXT Cruiserweight. I think it looks better than this one. It's just the big X with the really, really big strap. I think it just looks weird. I never really liked it. Was never really a big fan of it. This is a not even no-brainer. No-brainer whatsoever. I love that belt. That belt is freaking beautiful. This is another no-brainer for me. While I think this is a great-looking title, the World Heavyweight Championship, NXT UK, not even... And then... I kind of like this belt. The NWA National Championship, I kind of like it. We're going to go with it. I'm sorry, TNA X Division. We're going with it. This is not a no-brainer. What do I want? I actually kind of like this. I think it's really interesting. The color scheme is very interesting. Let's go with it. We're going to go with the NWA World Women's Championship from, I don't even know if it exists. I don't know if it's real. This is a no-brainer. This is not even close. Oh, man. I chose all of my favorite belts in the same freaking bracket. Now we have the World Tag Team Championships versus the Women's Intercontinental Championship, the current one. This is my favorite tag team championship of all time versus a very, very nice looking Intercontinental Championship. I'm going to pick my favorite. This one, pretty much a no-brainer. I don't like how plain the TNT Championship is. Like, it has a cool, interesting design on the sides. It just has TNT on it. Like, no thank you. This is a shocker. This is a bigger shocker. This might be the Cinderella story. This is getting past the round of 16. Oh, that's tough. The United States Championship versus the World Tag Team Champion. Oh, man. I don't know what to do here. This is where I start having a heart attack. I'm going to go with the United States. That's tough. Oh, no. United Kingdom Championship had its run. I can't bring myself to... No, I can't do it. This is like one of the most perfect titles ever. Give me the NXT North American Championship here. Yeah, we like that. This is actually, to me, it's a no-brainer. I like this one better. I like similar shape. I don't like that it comes to a point versus this one that's like more... just like flat. On top of that, like shape-wise, like I think design-wise, it's not close. And the Women's NWA Championship had its run. Okay, we're moving. Oh, man. Oh, no. I mean, like, it's oh, no, but, like, it's not. I still like this belt better. But this is a tough one. This is, like, 1A and 1B for me. Like, overall, if I had to pick one, it's tough. But I'm going to go with the WWE Undisputed Championship. NWA National Championship had a nice run. This is shocking to me that the International Championship is going this far because I don't like colored belts. Like, usually I like a white strap or a black strap, and it's going. NXT North American had a great run, but now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Oh, no. Oh, shit. What do we do here? I got to pick one. I know I have to pick one. Do I like the design more here versus here is the question. I'm still going to pick the Intercontinental Championship. This is one of the best-looking belts ever, but it just got stomped by like one of the GOATs. That's a tough choice. This one, not so much, but this title lasted way longer than it should have, and I really do like the design. It actually is growing on me the more I look at it, but I'm going to take the United States Championship here. Again, the NWA World Tag Team titles had a nice run, but I can't argue it. I just can't. United States Championship versus the Undisputed title. I don't think that's very hard for me to choose, and this is where, again, I might break some hearts here. I think the Intercontinental title is amazing. The AEW Women's World Championship is beautiful. So beautiful. I'm doing it. I did it. I did the thing. Oh, no. I need to look at... Hold on. I need to look at it on the person. Because if I'm going to pick which one... Dude, I don't know. That belt looks freaking good, man. That belt is phenomenal. And it's big. Like, it's a big belt. Am I about to do it? Am I going to do it? Dude, oh my God. I'm going to pass out. This is a conniption. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm so sorry to my favorite belt ever. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, we are in the championship round. We're the World Heavyweight Championship versus the AEW Women's Championship. And this is such a tough matchup because I love both of these titles. And fuck you if you're like, oh, you're just doing this to fucking praise women. Like, shut the fuck up. No, this title is fucking beautiful. So, this is so tough because it's... I'm going to base it off a couple things. So while I love the shape of the AEW Championship, I prefer the World Heavyweight Championship because it's just the big gold belt. It's the classic belt. And I love the black and gold on the AEW Championship, but I love the red gems on the World Heavyweight Championship. The AEW has multiple side plates versus the 2 side plates. But in terms of like classic iconic belts, I'm still going to pick the big gold. But like that is a very tough matchup. And I do think truly that the Women's AEW Championship is one of the most beautiful titles ever. I love that title. I think it looks so good. Now, understand this, though, is that the World Heavyweight Championship is not my favorite title. I just think it's one of the best looking titles. If you were curious to see what my favorite title is, even though I've said it 19,000 times in this video, you should watch my other video where I ranked every single WWE Championship in history.